Yo, and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector, and happy Monday to everybody. Another Monday means another week, and for me that usually means mail days, but guys, I have not been buying anything really. It has been a just Saharan desert of me finding cards that I wanted to buy at prices I was willing to pay. And so I haven't been doing a ton of videos just because I'm not getting a lot of pickups. I've got one contest response that I want to do for Dustin and Blake, so I'm going to work on that because I just like their idea of what they're doing. I don't do a ton of contest response. I didn't even do Joe Silver Jackify's contest response, but oh well, it happens. And I've been super busy doing a lot of stuff personally, so that just, don't make content just to make content. Make it when you have something to make. I do have a couple cards coming in. JT was at a card show this weekend, and he sent me some stuff, pictures of stuff, and I bought some things through him that are going to finish some big player runs for me, so I'm excited about that. So I'll have those to show down the road. But really just not much going on. But I did last night, so much fun, had another YouTube visitor, Chris, who is Hall of Fame Pullers on YouTube. I will put a link down to Chris's channel below. If you're not watching him, if you like stuff that I do, he does it, and it's unbelievable. He does a lot of great Hall of Fame stuff, PSA, DNA, all kinds of cool stuff. And his collection's amazing. And so he's like we're brothers from another mother in terms of how we think about the hobby. And so he was in town to watch the Rangers and the Braves. He came home. He's from here originally, but lives in Kentucky now. Anyway, point being, he came over last night, and man, we were we were up late, and he's like, "Are you sure you don't need us to go?" Because he came with his buddy Kyle. So it was Chris and Kyle were here, and Kyle's a great dude, relatively new to the hobby. Kyle is. But I think he was like a kid in a candy store, and just seeing things that he's never gotten to see before, and really exposed him to a bunch of vintage stuff. He's a big Braves collector. So Chris is a Rangers fan, which is another reason I think we get along. And Kyle is a Braves fan. So that's why they came to this series. The Braves were playing the Rangers over the weekend. And man, he was like, "Are you sure you don't want us to leave?" And I'm like, "No, man, let's do the next drawer in the beast, do the next drawer in the beast." And so we just had a great time. I showed him a ton of stuff that I have. And what it always reminds me every time I have somebody over, and I've had 20 something YouTubers here literally at my house. I just love every time because it's just fun to share, which is why we do videos, or at least why I do videos in the first place, is to share. And it's one thing to share this way on camera. It's another thing to share in person, because I feel like you can get so much more color to a story or a card, or why you have it, or this and that and the other. And, they see a card and, oh, that's a really cool card. And, I was able to tell Kyle some things about some cards that he didn't know yet. And that's just so much fun to me. Just the back and forth. It's just a blast. And so thank you guys for coming over. What I do have to show you is some stuff that Chris brought for me. He says, "I come bearing gifts," and who might have turned down an awesome gift. And so I'm going to turn this camera around and show you guys that in just a second. But before I do that, most important message I want to give you guys tonight is, if you don't follow me on Bench Clear, you don't watch a lot of the stuff on Bench Clear, we've done a new show. We've created a new show. And I say we, being me being this much of it and everybody else being this much of it, is that it's called Chasing Cardboard. Think American Pickers meets sports cards. And it's an idea that we've had for a while, and it's finally come to fruition with Ty running that mostly, but Matt Coleman doing a ton of the work on the back end, doing the editing, and the production value on it is unbelievable. It's really, really good. And it's its own channel, Chasing Cardboard. So I'll put that in the link below as well. So you'll have Chris's link if you want to go check out Hall of Fame Pullers. You'll have Chasing Cardboard. The inaugural episode will air tonight. At some point you will see that. There's a bunch of trailers and stuff on the channel now, so go subscribe to that. Seriously, there's 3 episodes coming up over the next 3 weeks. there are going to be clues in each of those episodes that if you get the clues, you could win $2,000. No joke, like serious money. So it's worth watching just for that, just to maybe do that. So definitely check it out. I've seen episode 2. I haven't seen episode 1, so I'll be watching it tonight, same as you guys. But episode 2, I've seen. It's just off the hook good. And I'm even got some opportunities here to go see some collections, to chase some collections, chase some cardboard. And we'll be shooting those because this is going to be an ongoing series. That's the goal. And yeah, so make sure you check that out, Chasing Cardboard. So let me flip this camera around and we will show you guys the gifts that Chris brought me. I'm excited to show them because they're awesome. Hang on one second. All right, so again, we had so much fun last night, just talking and hanging out, talking cards, and Chris was nice enough to bring me a couple things. The first thing I'm going to show is larger, and then I'll zoom in a little bit on the cards. But he brought me one of these. This is Honus Wagner, the Flying Dutchman. These are called Pop Fly Superflies. They're like they're almost like they're not comic books. They're like comic book covers. And they're done by this guy, Daniel Jacob Horine. And they're always limited. He always signs them. So it's basically a super thick piece of cardboard, but it's in a comic holder. And they're just really well conceived, well done. These are just so cool. So this is going to get framed and displayed in the card room here somewhere because it's just super cool of the skeletons. And I mean, that's so neat. So that was something Chris brought me. And then let me see if I can zoom in here, make this a little bit easier for the cards. He gave me a couple of cards. The first one, interesting. He was like, I don't know. This is Pat Jarvis right here. And it was a pitcher for the Braves, and his claim to fame, and he inscribed it on here, is he was Nolan Ryan's first strikeout. So that's Pat Jarvis. So he signed it and inscribed Nolan Ryan's first K. So he struck out to Nolan Ryan, the first of 5,714 that ultimately Nolan Ryan would strike out in his career. But I just think that's a unique, very cool thing. And for Chris to give that to me is just super cool. So this is a 69 Topps card, but that's awesome. Then his son is named Ryan, is his son's name, and Ryan is a big Ryan Sandberg. He was named after Ryan Sandberg. So Ryan, shout out to you. I know every time you look at my videos, you love seeing the 89 Fleer Ryan Sandberg back there, so I won't even cover that up. That wouldn't be cool. But thanks, man, for watching, Ryan, when you do. And he brought me, even though he goes, I know you already have the whole Sandberg run, but I don't think you have any of them slabbed. And he was correct. I don't have any of them slabbed, but now I do, because he brought me an 88 Topps that's slabbed up from Ryan Sandberg, which is super awesome. And then this was over the top cool. He gave me an Adrian Beltre 2001 Topps slabbed and signed. And I don't have any Adrian Beltre cards slabbed up yet or signed, honestly. So for my kind of player runs that I like to do with Topps cards, player era kind of cards, I didn't have any Beltres. He's certainly going to be a Hall of Famer, first ballot, all that kind of stuff. And so for Chris to give this up from his collection to me, I just think is super generous, super nice, and I absolutely love it. So Chris, thank you very much. I had a great time with you guys. Thanks for coming over. And to all of you out there, thanks for watching. As always, let me know what you think down below. We'll talk to you soon. Go check out Chasing Cardboard. Keep collecting.